Namaskara, welcome to Correct Kannada. This is part 2 of the sentence analysis in Kannada. Like what I mentioned in part 1, these are sentences where we will give some analysis, some grammatical tips about these sentences which will help you with your spoken Kannada. Okay, some credits. Basically, I think I accessed this basicenglishspeaking.com for some of the expressions in this slides, so I'm just giving them credits. Okay, this is the first slide with sentences. Yenu maduttidira, right? What are you doing? So maduttidira is a written form. Maduttidiri is a written form. Spoken form will usually have ra instead of ri, right? This is present continuous tense in compact form. Yenu madutta iddira is your expanded form of present continuous tense. Then nimage yenu beku, what do you want? This is self-explanatory. I don't have to give any of the details of this. Elli hogutta iddira, right? Where are you going? Again, present continuous tense is used. Okay, hoguttidira is your compact form. Yenu heluttira, what do you say? Right now, this yenu heluttira is in simple present. Why? Because this you are asking somebody to give an answer. It is still not, that action is still not done. That's why using the simple present. Yenu heluttira, right? What do you say? Ellinda barutta iddira, where are you coming from? Again, this is present continuous tense. So the general rule here is use present continuous tense expanded form for presently ongoing action and use simple present tense for future actions. Okay, next one. Yake hage nodutta iddira. Again, why are you looking like that? So it is present continuous tense expanded form. Okay, Nanu hoಗ್ತೀನಿ ನೀವು ಬರ್ತೀರಾ. I am going, are you coming? So these are in simple present tense. Why? Because the actions are not done yet. So we are using the simple present tense. I am going, are you coming? Right? So ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, I know. It's a simple expression. Then ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೀರಾ. Could you please repeat that? ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ is once more. ಹೇಳುತ್ತೀರಾ is simple present, second person plural. Okay. Future action, therefore it is simple present. Okay. ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಥವಾಗಲ್ಲ, I do not understand. So it's artha plus agalla, simple present negative. So we have mentioned this already in the tenses tutorial. Arthavagilla, if you say arthavagilla means I have not understood, that is present perfect tense. Artha plus agi plus illa. Okay. Then ಈ ಪದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ? Right? What is the meaning of this word or phrase? Pada can be used to point either word or group of words. Okay, ನನಗೆ ಪುರಸತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲ, I am not free. Purasattu means leisure. Okay, you can use this for saying ನನಗೆ ಪುರಸತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲ. Now, other colloquial way of saying the same thing or asking somebody means saying the same thing. I'm not free means I'm busy. So you can say ನಾನು busy ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Right? Busy, the English word busy can be used. ನೀವು busy ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. Right? Try to keep it the busiest, and use the Z pronunciation. Don't say busy. Busy in Kannada means hot. Okay, so try to ensure that you are using the English word busy. ನಾನು busy ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Okay, so ನಾನು ಒಪ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ, I do not agree. ಒಪ್ಪು is to agree. ನಾನು ಒಪ್ಪುತ್ತೇನೆ or ನಾನು ಒಪ್ತೀನಿ is I agree. Okay, ನಾನು ಸುಸ್ತುವಾಗಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ means I am tired. ಸುಸ್ತು means tiredness. When you add agu to it, it becomes a adverb. Right? ನಾನು ಸುಸ್ತುವಾಗಿದೆ, ನನಗೆ ಸುಸ್ತುವಾಗಿದೆ, I have become tired. So ಆಗಿದೆ is basically present perfect. ಆಗಿ plus ಇದೆ. Okay? So I have become tired. I have given a easy way to remember this. This is how I remembered. This agide is basically present perfect. There is a song in this movie called Masterpiece by rocking star Yash, where it says Annange love agide. It's a popular song. So that uses this agide. Annange love agide. Okay. Then chinte madabedi is don't worry. Then iga eshtu gante. What time is it now? I'll talk about gante a little bit. Basically, gante means time, right? If you want to say how many hours, if you want to use how many hours, then you will say gantegalu. So gante means a specific absolute time. When you want to say gantegalu, then it means the sum of certain hours. ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದು ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. Happy to have met you. Happy to have met you. So ನೋಡಿದ್ದು is past gerund. I talked about gerunds in the postposition video where we have this iddu suffix. ನೋಡಿ plus iddu ನೋಡಿದ್ದು. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇತ್ತು was good. So present gerund will be ನೋಡುವುದು. Right? ನೋಡುವುದು means seeing. Right? ನೋಡು plus ವುದು. So ತುಂಬಾ ದಿನಗಳಿಂದ ಕಾಣಲಿಲ್ಲ. Long time since we met. Right? Kanu is to see. So nodalilla means it's a negative past tense, right? So nodalilla, kanalilla, right? If you want to say present tense, you'll say kanalla. So nodalla, kanalla. Okay. So ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, right? Or ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ. Compact form and the expanded form. This means what are you doing as work, right? And if you notice, you are using present continuous because you're asking about somebody who is doing that action right now. Then ಆಗಾಗ್ಗೆ ಕರೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಇರಿ, right? ಆಗಾಗ್ಗೆ means frequently. ಕರೆ is call. ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಇರಿ means keep on doing. ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಇರಿ, ಇರುವ. ಇರಿ means imperative mode. You're requesting the person to do something. ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಇರಿ. ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. It's a courteous way of saying I will leave, right? Literally it means I'll go and come. This is how we speak in Kannada, where we say ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ, right? Next, ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. This ಕೊಳ್ಳು is a helping verb just like the bidu in the part 1, where the helping verb gives the effect of doing an action on oneself. ನೋಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ is take care of yourself. You are asking them to see themselves. It is figuratively meaning that take care of yourself. One more example will be ittukolli. Ittukolli means keep it with yourself. So when you add this kollu to another verb, of course that verb has to be in past verbal participle. Then when you add that kollu to it, you are giving the effect of asking the person to do that action on themselves. Okay. Nannannu kshamisi, please forgive me. Okay. Then ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, it's okay, never mind. ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, no problem. ತೊಂದರೆ means trouble. Okay. Then shrama is also trouble. Shrama, ತೊಂದರೆ is also trouble. Okay. ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ, ತಡವಾಗಿದೆ. ತಡ plus ಆಗು is late. Delay is ವಿಳಂಬ. Okay. ವಿಳಂಬ ಆಗಿದೆ, ವಿಳಂಬ ಆಗು, ವಿಳಂಬವಾಗಿದೆ, right? So agide is a present perfect tense that you can add to any noun to create adverbs. Okay. ಹಸಿವಾಗಿದೆ, feeling hungry. ಬಾಯಾರಿಕೆ ಆಗಿದೆ, feeling thirsty, right? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, please speak slowly. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ is a replacement for ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು is please. You can use ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ for small favors, right? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೆನ್ ಕೊಡಿ, like that. So you can use ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ for small favors. Don't keep on saying ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೆನ್ ಕೊಡಿ. It looks too extreme because ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು is used for big favors or big help. Okay. Then ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಹೇಳಿ, please tell again. ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ is once again. Innu plus ಒಮ್ಮೆ, and innu is used for adding something more. For example, ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೊಡು, ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೊಡು, right? Even ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೂಡ, right? ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೂಡ means, or innu ಕೂಡ means even more, right? Innu, the word innu is for adding something more. For example, innu koncha. Koncha means little. Innu koncha, if you say bit more, innu koncha chutney beku, right? I need a bit more chutney. So this innu is a word that is added before other words to give that extra of whatever the next word is talking. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಇದಕ್ಕೆ, ಇದು plus ake is for this. For this, what is the meaning? Okay. ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆಗಳಾಗಿ ನೀವು ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? For how many hours have you been waiting? So ಗಂಟೆಗೆ means specific time, absolute time, whereas ಗಂಟೆಗಳು means number of hours. Okay. When you want to say number of hours, you use ಗಂಟೆಗಳು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆ ನಾನು ಬರಬೇಕು? What time should I come? So it's a specific time. But if you say ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆಗಳು ಪಾಠ ಕಲಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ? For how many hours is the teacher teaching? What does the teacher teaches? Okay. So ಗಂಟೆಗಳು. Then ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪುರಸತ್ತು ಇದೆಯಾ? Are you free in the afternoon? Purasattu, as I mentioned, is leisure. You can use virama or you can use avakasha. Avakasha idaya means are you free? Do you have some time? Like that. Nimma hattira tumba namma hattira tumba samaya ide. We have plenty of time. So hattira means with us, we have, right? So namma hattira. So whenever you use hattira to say I have or we have to indicate having, then the word before that has to be in Shashti Vibhakti. Nanna hattira, nimma hattira, like that. Then 9 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಪಾಠ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Right? Class starts at 9. Or you can say ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Shuru can also be used. Then ತುಂಬಾ ಹೊತ್ತು ಆಗಿದೆ. It's very late now. ಹೊತ್ತು is a synonym for samaya. ಹೊತ್ತು is used for time that is roughly indicated. For example, ಸಂಜೆ ಹೊತ್ತು ನಾನು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. I will call in the evening time. When you want to say evening time, morning time, then you use ಹೊತ್ತು. It doesn't indicate any specific time. Okay. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ಹೊತ್ತು ಆದರೂ ಬಂದಿಲ್ವಾ, right? Your son has not come even after so much time. Adaru is used to indicate even though, still, even after. Eshtu helidaru kelalla. Even after telling so much, he is not listening. So this adaru suffix we have mentioned a lot about it in the post-position video. Please go and take a look at it. Eshtu ಮಾಡಿದರೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. How much ever I do, you are not satisfied. Okay. ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಬಂದರೂ ನಾನು wait ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. However fast you come, I will not wait. Then ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಕಥೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಲ ಕೇಳಿದರೂ ದಣಿವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, right? ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಬರುತ್ತದೆ. How many ever times you hear Ramayana story, you do not feel bored. Daniva is boredom. Danive illa. Badalagi, instead. Utsaha, enthusiasm. Baruttade comes. You get enthusiasm. ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುವುದಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಶ್ರಮವೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಶ್ರಮ is what I was talking about. Similar to ತೊಂದರೆ. ಶ್ರಮವೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. I have no inconvenience in helping you. So ಮಾಡುವುದು is your present gerund. Of course, post-position video we talked a lot about this gerunds, right? So ನನಗೆ ಸಿಹಿ ಭಕ್ಷ್ಯಗಳು ಇಷ್ಟ. I like sweets. So you have to use ನನಗೆ, meaning chaturthi vibhakti if you are using ಇಷ್ಟ. ನನಗೆ ಕಹಿ ಔಷಧಿಗಳು ದ್ವೇಷ. I hate bitter medicines. So you can use ಇಷ್ಟವಿಲ್ಲ also instead of say, if you don't want to say ದ್ವೇಷ, which sounds very what you call extreme. Okay. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ or ಖಚಿತವಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ means not sure. When you say you are not sure, you say ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Then ನಿಮಗೆ ಖಚಿತವಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, are you sure? Then you will use ಖಚಿತವಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾ. Okay. Then ಮದ್ಯಪಾನ ಕುಡಿಯುವುದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಮದ್ಯಪಾನ means alcohol. Are you used to taking drinks? ಮದ್ಯಪಾನ ಕುಡಿಯುವುದಲ್ಲಿ. So ಕುಡಿಯುವುದಲ್ಲಿ is ಕುಡಿಯುವುದು. Again, present gerund, we are adding ali to it. Then ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ is a phrase used commonly to say according to me. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ನಗರ. It's a good city. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. So ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. So this is like ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ means I will let you know later, like that. ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Okay. So ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಒಂದು ಖಾಲಿ ಕಾಗದ ಇದೆಯಾ? Right? ಖಾಲಿ ಕಾಗದ means blank paper ಇದೆಯಾ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ. So ಅದು ತಪ್ಪು ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. I think it is wrong. So this anisu is a very useful word to say you think, to feel. So you don't say, when you want to say I think, you don't say ನಾನು ಯೋಚಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. You will not use that. Instead you will use anisu. Yochisu means to think. But here in this context, it is you're feeling it. You're feeling that something is wrong. Right? Adu tappu anta, like that. Nanu adu tappu anta anisuttade. So I feel it is wrong. Like that. So you say adu tappu anta anisuttade. Neevu naale barutiri anta nanu andukonde. So this andukollu is also a very useful word. It means to assume, to suppose. Okay. And the colloquial form is called ankollu. They will just say ankollu, right? So I thought you will come tomorrow, For those type of sentences, you will not say ನಾನು ಯೋಚಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ ನೀವು ನಾಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತ. No, you will not say like that. ನೀವು ನಾಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅಂದುಕೊಂಡೆ. Right? That's how you will say it. That's how the sentence is formed. ನೀವು ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. Right? I suppose you had a good time. Colloquially, you'll just say ಅಂದುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. Right? I am supposing that you had a good time, like that. So this ankollu is what people will use, but actual written form is andukollu. This is what you will find it in dictionary. I had a tough time when I was learning, and when people say ankollu, right, I will not understand what is ankollu. Actually, it is andukollu. So avanu ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಅಂದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲಿ, ನಾನು ನನಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟವಾದದ್ದೇ ಮಾಡುವೆ. Let him think what he wants. I will do what I like. Say here, ishta plus ada plus iddu. Right? Iddu is your past gerund. Ada is past tense. So you're giving a past tense to ishtavada. Ishtavadadde. Maduve. Maduve is your pure future tense to indicate stubbornness. I've mentioned this before. Andukollali means this is your imperative mood. Let him think. Right? Andukollali. You will say ankollali if it's colloquial. Then ನೀನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು ತಪ್ಪು. You going there is wrong. So ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು past gerund. Okay. ನಿನ್ನೆ ನೀನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ನೋವಾಗಿದೆ. What you said yesterday gave me pain. So this is again past gerund. The reason I'm giving past gerunds is because past gerunds helps you to avoid ending a sentence with tenses, which is always a difficult thing when you're learning. When you're a non-native speaker, you can't end sentences with tenses because you will get stuck to figure out what tense to use. That's when these gerunds are useful. So always get used to gerunds. ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. What you saw is not an animal. ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಕರೆದಿದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ. I called you to give you an important news. Right? ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಕರೆದಿದ್ದು. ಕರೆದಿದ್ದು is called. So calling you, right, is for giving you a news, important news, right? If you notice here, there are no tenses, even though it's a complicated sentence. You use this iddu, budu. It's much easier to form sentences. Okay? ನೀನು ಸಿಗರೆಟ್ ಸೇವನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ತಪ್ಪು. You smoking cigarette is wrong. Okay? ನನ್ನ ಮಾವ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕರೆಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೆ. Right? The reason my uncle came was to bring you back. Right? Karekollu is basically to bring someone, person with you. Then that verb is called karekollu. Okay. ನಾನು ಸಿಹಿ ತಂದಿದ್ದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ. Person I bought the sweet was for your brother. Okay. ತಂದಿದ್ದು. So these are all your past gerunds. Okay. Because I've mentioned about past gerunds in the postpositions video. You can go and take a look at it. The beauty of all these gerunds, participles is basically for you to avoid tenses when you're speaking. When you're writing, you can use tenses. When you're speaking, these participles and gerunds is what will get you to put together complex sentences. As you speak more Kannada, you will realize this. Okay. Okay, Dhanyavada. If you have any questions, please write to correctkannada@gmail.com. I will be able to